brought to you by the Wicked and Remnant Koalition. To the 12 tribes scattered worldwide. Shalom. Really hit dark skin son of the Most High, yeah. Sing. Yahshua. Come on back there. Come on. I better get your money tonight. It's me that's a struggle to fight. Loosen up your bones too tight. It's okay, it's alright. Here's a message from the 12 lost tribes. The folk can make a sad baby stop crying. I make fish without goose start frying. I know you like it once you hear them stop lying. I feel good the more you better just try. It's okay, it's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Oh. Yeah.
Shalom, shalom, shalom to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered worldwide. Shalom. To the bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. Those of us living in the lands of our captivity, fulfilling scripture and waking up in these last days to our true identity. Shalom and welcome in the room one more time with the Awakening Remnant Koalition. I'm Yahrahn, Dawid ben Israel. And there should be a doctor in there somewhere. Matter of fact, and next to the doctor, you ought to write seer. Why? Because I showed it to you. That's what seers do. The Most High Yah shows it to me, then I show it to you. He said he was going to raise up seers in the last days. And hallelujah, he kept his word. Now we're seeing it. Ain't that something? Woo, y'all already know y'all coming in the chat already. I know. Look, I know y'all been waiting to come in this chat room tonight to hear what the Moreh got to say. And I want you to know that I've been waiting to come in this room to tell you what I got to say. Zion, it go both ways tonight. Oh my. Woo-wee. Couldn't hardly hold it. I couldn't, oh my. First of all, you saw the thumbnail. You saw it. You already saw the thumbnail. So you already know where I'm going. You saw the picture. The day of affliction. There it is, right there. Yes. The day of affliction is here. The day of affliction is here. Woo-wee. Zion. The day of affliction is here. The end of the world. The fall of the beast. World War III. The valley of decision. Recompense. Apocalypse. The revealing of the Messiah. The revelation of the house of Israel. All happening at the same time. It's here. Woo-hoo-hoo-wee. It's in the Bible. It is here. And the heathen must confess. And he's confessing all over the world. He's saying, the heathen. Somebody lied to us. Oh, yes. I've been telling y'all. You've been lied to. I've been telling you. Now, let me tell you something. You've been lied to. I've been telling you. When the Most High woke me up almost 15 years ago, pulled me out of that ecclesiastical whorehouse called the Christian church that worshiped Dagon, once he showed me, they were worshiping Dagon, Astarte, Baal. When he showed me that they were keeping pagan festivals and following doctrines of devils, he woke me up and told me to tell the world. Why me? Your guess is better than mine. I don't know why me. I have not got the answer to that question either. The only thing that I can think of is maybe he knew before he called me to do this that I would not be disobedient to the heavenly vision. I can't see no other reason other than that. That maybe he could just see that little bit in me, like, you know what? He ain't much. He ain't much. It might have been a whole lot of talking amongst the angels when the Most High decided to call me to tell the world. Some of them said, wait, I know we can do better than him. Come on now. Can't we get somebody better than him? Do you know who he is? Do you know what he's been through? Have you heard how he preached? I'm sure you can find somebody much better than him. Well, I'm with the angels on that one. You probably could. But one thing that when he chose me, one thing that was for sure, he knew that if he showed it to me, I was going to show it to you. And I think about all of the ridicule that I received. I think about all the lies that was told on me. I think about the names that I was called. I think about how I was kicked out of the fellowship of the brethren. How my phone stopped ringing. No more revivals, no more Bible study. They didn't even call a brother for prayer. I think about all of that. And I think about how my life, the Most High said, just tell them. Tell them that they are the house of Israel, whether they want to hear it or not. Tell them that their forefathers put them in a blood covenant, whether they want to hear it or not. Tell them that Hamashiach's blood was to ratify the covenant, not get rid of the covenant. Tell them. Tell them that the scattering was because of our disobedience to Torah, and that next time it would be fire. Tell them. That's what we told them. Tell them that my holy day is the Shabbat. Tell them to keep them laws, statutes, and the commandments. Tell them to remove all idol gods from before my face. Show them how to get back. Because they're going to ask, how are we supposed to get back if we done strayed so far? Will a man rob ya? How do we return? Will a man rob ya? And they say, how we rob you? He said, tithes and offering. All the things he told me to tell. And every one that I had to tell the world, and I've been telling them now for over 15 years, every single thing that he told me to tell the house of Israel, what I just said and much more, 15 years later, not quite even 15, it hasn't been a full 15 years yet. Almost 15 years later, every single thing that I have said concerning the house of Israel and the prophecies of this Bible and all of the things I've taught have come true, have come to pass, have been proven to be true. Including this. And I know y'all saying, how come he ain't humble? He ought not say that. I'll not say what? I'll not say I told you so. So that's what you want me to do, not tell you that I told you so? You got the wrong moray. You got the wrong doctor. You got the wrong seer. If you don't think I'm going to say that, I ain't going to say I told you so. Oh, I'm going to say it. Got to say it. Can't help but say it. What, Moray? I told you. Don't get mad at me. I'm not the first person said that. Moses said, I told y'all. Joshua said, I told y'all. Elijah said, I told you. Elisha said, I told you. You didn't listen. Come here, Isaiah. Isaiah said, you know I told them. They didn't listen. What about Jeremiah? I told them. I told you. You didn't listen. No, I got to follow in the footsteps of my people, my ancestors. Telling the world, I told you. I told the world, not just me, I'm just speaking for myself right now. I told the world his name was Yahoshua. It represents Yah is our salvation. I told you. And at that time, everybody, nah, name white Jesus. I said, no, it's not. 15 years later, they're wrong, I'm right. I had people leave my congregation because I told them that his name was not God. His name was not Lord. That was Baal. They left. They said, we've been calling him Lord and God our whole life. I said, yeah, you've been calling him wrong. His name is Yah. 15 years later, Now I'm saved. Well, I guess it is, but I'm going to keep calling you Lord and God. Then you go to hell then. That's on you. I ain't mad at you no more. Do what you want to do. I told the world that the Shabbat was the seventh day and not the first day. And we have to return to the Shabbat because it's a mark on us that we're his people. We got to return to the Shabbat, I told him. I could not be disobedient to the heavenly vision. And recently, over the last couple of years, people were getting tired of hearing me say this. But you know what? I want to say something. I got to say something. I got to give Jasmine, my daughter, credit for something she said. And she said it almost in passing. I said, I try to teach all things, concerning the Bible. But one of the things I keep getting drawn into is preaching about the last days and the judgment that's to come. And no matter what I teach, I could be teaching anything in the scriptures. I could be teaching any kind of doctrine. It doesn't matter what it is. We could be going through the creation story, the making of man, the order of the house, the children. We could be talking about the building of the temple. We could talk about the miracles that took place in Egypt. We could be talking about the crossing of the Red Sea. We could talk about all kind of stuff. We could talk about David talking about that Yahrahn battle axe. We could talk about a lot of stuff, right? And I said, but Jazz, it seems like no matter what I speak on, some kind of way, I keep getting drawn back into eschatology, the last days, prophecy to warn the people. And she said, well, Dad, certain prophets had certain messages that they just had to preach. And this just happened to be your message. So preach it. Boy, it freed me. No longer was I worried about whether or not people are hearing the same thing over and over again. Why? I'm starting to realize these prophets preach the same thing over and over again. That there is one Yah. That's what they said. There's only one Emunah, one faith, one Torah. There's only one baptism. There's only one Elohim. There's only one Father of us all that is in us all and works through us all. There's only one. So they all taught the same thing. There's only one message to the whole book. What is it, Monray? Yah will save his own remnant. And he will kill everything and everybody else. Well, not everything, because some of the things he gonna leave. But the blood gonna rise to the horse's bridle. Don't think it ain't. That's what the Bible is about. That in the end, Zion, we are victorious. That in the end, our King returns to deliver us from the lands of our captivities exactly the way Isaiah said he would. And somebody said, how are we going to get out? When you read this text, He said he's going to cause the beast to devour itself. It's going to fall. When he showed me about the beast, I started talking about it and posting about it and preaching about it. And a lot of people, they still doubted the more. They was like, nah. But he's, I hear what he's saying and everything, but he's a nigger. I mean, I know he's reading the Bible and everything, but gosh, Wally, Bobby. I mean, my chill, oh golly gosh. Should we forsake our pastor and listen to a nigger? I mean, really? Blood rough on the world. I feel sorry for y'all. You gotta look through nappy hair, brown skin, big lips and everything and hear the message coming from me. And look here. Look, let me tell you about it. Y'all listening. That's the thing. You gotta look through the nigger part and hear the scripts. The bad grammar, the broken Hebrew, the stammering tongue, the country accent. Y'all look through it all. Why? Because these scripts. Woo! What? These scripts. When it's all said and done, the messages are leaping off the pages. If y'all rolling with the Morehyosh and you're not ashamed, put a 1,000 in the chat, please. Put a 1,000. I'm trying to get to my lesson, but I told y'all. It kind of feels good. It kind of feels good to live long enough to see the things come to pass that you preached about. Yeah. Here at the ARK, we have, not only do we have staff that work with the ARK and all that, but of course there's family and extended family that I call them family all over the world. Every time I go places, every time we do meetups, we get a chance to talk to people and we get encouraged, by you. And we are encouraged to continue to study and to work and to preach and to teach. And in conversation, a lot of times, certain things jump out of conversations that I'm having just lightly with people. And the Most High will like lock it into my mind so I won't forget it. He'll say, don't forget what that person just said, because that was deep right there. And then I can't get it out of my head. It just sticks in my mind for, hopefully, if it's positive, forever. And so one of those things is what I'm talking about tonight. That when I heard it in conversation, I couldn't get it out my mind. I couldn't get it out my head. I'm going to share it with you. Jeremiah chapter 19. I'm just going to read it and then we'll come back and go through it. Oh, Yahuwah, my strength and my fortress, my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, comma, vanity, comma, and things wherein there is no profit. Period. Then the question from the prophet is, shall a man, the prophet, this from Yah said, shall a man make gods? It's in the Bible. Unto himself. What? Yes. Shall a man make gods unto himself? And they are no gods. No, they think they're God. They make gods unto themselves. This is called man-made gods. Therefore, behold, comma, I will cause them to know my hand. Whoa, talk, y'all. And my might. And they shall know that my name is Yahuwah. Oh my. Woo! If y'all saw that verse while the Moreh was reading it with eyes wide open, and you saw it like you never saw it before, and it spoke to you in a way that never spoke to you before, put a 100,000 in the chat, please. Because if you saw that, I've done my job tonight. If your eyes open to this passage and you say, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah, that's all that takes. I'm done. That is worth you coming in the room. That's worth tithes, 10% of whatever y'all blesses us with an increase. That's worth our offerings. That's worth prayer. That's worth sharing these videos. What? That you just read it with the Moreh and got insight that you never had your whole life. You like, it's right here. Oh, yes, been here. That pig meat eating preacher can't show you nothing. He don't know this. He has no idea what this is. Why? Because he's in the lie. He's a part of the lie. He's the liar. He has also inherited lies and vanity and things that ain't. Oh, I almost said something. Oh, we. And I'm trying to imagine that that Yahrahn and Netanyahu is still hanging out with me so they can keep me preaching with clean words. Whew. But our fathers have told us some stuff and passed down some stuff that ain't worth I need a word. It ain't worth dung. Can I say dung? It ain't worth dung. It ain't worth fertilizer. Yes, I've been telling y'all that. And now it's coming out. But when I told you years ago Oh, no, they thought I was the one lying. No, I ain't lying. Y'all the one lying. I told you. I told you we were living in the last days. I told you we got to come up out of this fake and pseudo religion that our slavers gave us. We have to get out of that and return to the Elohim of our forefathers, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We have to return to the covenant. We must be delivered from these lies. If y'all still rolling with the moral rate, put a 200,000 in the chat. I want to spend the rest of my time. I want to unpack these verses and see how far we can get before we have to shut it down. Let me see what time it is. Okay. Let me see how far we can get before I have to shut it down. Until I reply for them 200,000. While you're finding this passage, of course, how to support the work of the ARK is it's either in the chat or it's in the description of this video. And we are full-time, 100%. This is not a side hustle for me. I'm all in. We're all in, 100%. And we're grateful. All right. What is Jeremiah talking about? I introduced this, was it yesterday? I think it was, this passage. And I was trying to inform the house of Israel, that's us and the world, that Jeremiah had a very interesting place in prophecy. His actual, where he showed up and where his prophecy shows up is very interesting because he follows Isaiah. Isaiah is the one that emphasized the fact that we as a nation was going to go into the worst captivity that anyone had ever seen in life. There would be nothing to compare to it. And of course, Isaiah saw what David wrote. Isaiah for sure understood what Moses wrote in Torah. And Yah chose Isaiah especially for his ability to not only see the present and the past, but to see the future clear. And Isaiah saw the end result of the captivity. He saw the end result of the last captivity on us. And he starts his book out like that. Don't forget that. This is very important to understand in Jeremiah. So Isaiah starts his book at the end result of us not listening to the preachers and the prophets of Yah and going our own way. It resulted in us not knowing who we are, and it resulted in not knowing whose we are. Isaiah also said that we would be scattered away from our land. We wouldn't be home. And look at this. Look how detailed. And he also said we wouldn't even know how to get home. We wouldn't know our Elohim. We wouldn't know our house. That was all prophesied. And the way he wrote the book is he put the end result of not listening to the preachers and prophets in the beginning of his book. All right? So that's just something you need to know. He sees the end and he writes it first. Of course, we see that now because we're now living in the end part. So what we're living now is what he saw then. Just understand that. So when we study the book of Isaiah, Isaiah is pre-Babylonian captivity. He dies actually, and he's killed really, before the Babylonians take us into Babylon and into Babylonian captivity. That is so important to understand. That because when you read Isaiah, it sounds like he's writing during or even after, because of how accurate he is. Okay? Now watch. Jeremiah is called after Isaiah, but watch. But before the captivity. But Jeremiah actually ends up going into the captivity. So he leans very heavy. He leans very heavy on Isaiah. Oh my. He's like, okay, I got to have Isaiah's book because the things that's happening, I got to be able to see it the way Isaiah saw it. And of course, all the other books. But for now, just understand that. So what Isaiah and Jeremiah see is that the captivity that will take place, not just Babylon, but this captivity here, that the end result is going to be a remnant of the house of Israel saved. That's what they both talk about that. They both talk about a remnant saved, which our word saved is rescued. And rescued from what? Or from who? From the beast, from the system, from the oppressor, not an actual animal, but people whose character are animalistic, whose characters are wicked. They are beasts. They are called what they call in the New Testament, they are brute beasts. These men and women that take us into captivity are beast type people. They are warmongers. They live and breathe and dream and wake up in the morning to chase violence, death, hell, and destruction. They seek war like whoremongers seek a whore. They get off on it. It's their thing. Wicked. And when these wicked heathens capture us, they begin to exercise all of their beast-like behavior upon us. So much so that we start to resemble the beast, taking on beast mindset, beast persuasion, beast language, beast disposition. We start believing the beast outlook on life. We start thinking what the beast says is good, and what the beast says is bad. And so the beast, which is a system of heathens, set the world on a particular wicked course, and our people will get caught up in it. We will be caught up in the beast. If you can think about it like this, the nations are beasts and they consumed us. And before we knew it, we were in the belly of the beast, right in the middle of the wickedness. And the beast had his way with us. And it looked like it was all over for us. Because as we got through this last captivity, which the Babylonian captivity and this last captivity have some similarities, but the last one was worse than this one. I'll show you this. The question that both Isaiah and Jeremiah leaves us with is, does the beast win? Or does Yah win? Will the European beast system ultimately prevail and stay in power forever? Or will this system that we have now, will it crash and crumble and fall to the ground and bust into so many pieces that the pieces will float away like chaff? Which one is it? And then they challenge the people. Who you going to be with? Are you going to stay with the beast and be destroyed with it? Or are you going to come out of the beast and serve Yahuwah and walk in his ways and in his statutes and keep his commandments so that you'll be saved against that day? What day? Saved against the day when Yah destroys the beast. See, the day of judgment is an awful day. The day of judgment is a dark and gloomy day. The day of judgment of Yahuwah is a day that you're not supposed to be thinking is going to be an old happy day. Oh no, it's be darkness, gloom, weeping and wailing. Why? Because the whole world system will be destroyed. The prophets that see that have they have one message. Get out of that beast. Because you don't want to be caught in that beast when Yah kills it. And when Yah destroys and kills the beast and throws the beast in hell, and the false prophets in hell, and the devil in hell, and you whip them, you're going to hell with them. And the prophets have to go run and tell it, come out of her, get out of that beast, get out of that. Oh, leave that system, turn back to Yah. Why? Because the day is coming, regardless. There is no praying away this day. Just like Isaiah said, you can't pray this one away. Jeremiah does the same thing. He prays to Abba Yah. He said, Yah, please, the things that you said, please don't let them come to pass. Just please don't do it. And Yah was like, so do you think I'm unrighteous and the people are righteous? You think I should just sit back and let them keep doing what they do forever? Do you think I should just let the murder and the theft and the robbing and the stealing You think I should just let that slide forever? The captivity, the raping, the pillaging, the skinning folk alive, hanging them by their neck on trees till dead, cutting babies out of women bellies, women killing their babies before they even born, worshiping the Queen of Heaven, sacrificing to idols. What do you think I should just let it go on forever? Or should I stop this? Would I be unrighteous to stop this? He said, no, I'm righteous. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you an opportunity to get out of the beast before I kill it. How about that? I'm going to give you an opportunity to get out and to repent. Now watch this. That was done during the before the Babylonian captivity. When Yah had showed Jeremiah how bad the Babylonian captivity, even though the Babylonian captivity does not compare at all to the worst of the heathen. Don't even try it. It ain't even on the same level. Not at all. But it was terrible. Do you know that Yah said, Jeremiah, listen, I'll tell you what. Tell the people, matter of fact, it's in the very next chapter. I ain't got time to deal with it today. But he said, tell the people, matter of fact, let's do it. You know what? Let's prove these things, because somebody be listening to Morehyosh and then be like, he just be talking. I'm going to show you. Go to chapter 17. Real quick, I'm just going to show you, after Jeremiah pleads with Yah, how kind Yah is toward us. Watch. So Jeremiah sees all this wickedness is going to happen to us. He pleads to Yah. His stomach is hurting. He can't understand why he's feeling sick on the inside. And he pleads to Yah concerning the house of Israel. Watch. Just like I'm doing. Now, he was just so much better, but I can understand the plea. So let's start. Let's go ahead and start at 19. But that first part is deep, but I'll get a chance to talk about that in a moment anyway. So let's just start at verse 19. So go to chapter 17, verse 19. Thus saith Yahuwah unto me. Watch. He's going to answer his prayer. He said, go stand in the gate of the children of the people, whereby the kings of Yehudah come in, and by the which they go out, and in all the gates of Jerusalem. What am I supposed to do when I get there? Okay, good, good. Verse 20. And say unto them, hear ye the word of Yahuwah, you kings of Judah, and all Judah, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem that enter in by these gates. Thus saith Yahuwah, take heed to yourself, and bear no burden on the Shabbat day, nor bring it in by the gates of Jerusalem. Neither carry forth a burden out of your house on the Shabbat, neither do any work, but hallow the Shabbat day as I commanded your fathers. Did you see that? In a nutshell, Yah is going to answer Jeremiah and grant his petition to keep the captivity away. He says, all right, Jeremiah, since you think I'm going overboard and that these people have a chance, I'll tell you what, tell them to just keep the Shabbat. If y'all can clearly see as I read the text, that all y'all really said was keep the Shabbat. Put a 500,000 in the chat. I'm almost out of here. Put a 500,000 in the chat. If you can see that when you read these verses, Yahuwah is basically saying the same thing he's been saying. He said, all right, I'll tell you what. Just tell the people to keep the Shabbat. Exactly what we're doing today on this side of captivity. Same thing I'm doing. I've been telling my friends, families, the kings, which are really the pastors and the preachers. I've been telling the same thing. Same verse, everything. I say, hey, bud, keep the Shabbat. Let's see what they say. Instead of saying, okay, we'll do that. If it means not going into captivity, we'll do that. No, let me show you what they said, though. Verse 23. But they obeyed not. Come on. Yeah, he said, we're not doing it. I have a sermon on this. I don't remember exactly when I preached it, but it hadn't been too long ago, where I mentioned in the message that the Shabbat is really the only command in the Ten Commandments. It's the only word in the Ten Commandments that's basically saying rest. I gotta go. You know your mind is messed up. When Yah is saying to you, hey, rest on this day, and you won't go into captivity. Rest on this day and you won't go. You won't be a slave. You won't be whipped and beaten and drugged until dead behind horses. Your sons and your daughters won't have to be raped by these heathen, dog-faced slavers. Just keep the Shabbat and you won't lose your gold, your silver, your authority, your seat in the gate. Just keep the Shabbat and you'll be able to keep growing your own garden and live in your own house and raising your own family. Just keep the Shabbat. How about this? Just rest. It's the easiest commandment of the 10 Commandments. Did you hear what the Moreh said? I said, Yah presented the house of Israel with the easiest commandment of all the 10 Commandments. The easiest one is to chill out on the Shabbat. Rest. And be thankful unto him. Bless his name. But they, every time I read verse 23, it get me. But they said no. Why not? Because my pig-meat-eating preacher said that Sunday is the day and not the Shabbat. Your pig-meat-eating preacher's a liar. I've been telling you that. He can't help it. He has received lies and he preaches lies. These are lies. You're supposed to keep that Shabbat. It's a white man that trains the Shabbat. I keep telling you, the name is Constantine. We put it in the chat almost every time we come in the room so that you can click on the link and see it. Yah did not change the Shabbat. Watch. But they obeyed not. Unbelievable. Neither inclined their ear, but made their necks stiff, that they might not hear, nor receive instruction. So you already know what ended up happening. They went into captivity. So remember, they were so wicked that even when it came to something as simple as rest on my day, they said no. All right? So we see that the situation is dire. It's bad. Yah had already declared judgment on the beast, just like he declared judgment on anybody that holds us in captivity. When we were slaves in Egypt, judgment came on the Egyptians. When we were slaves in Assyria or Persia, judgment came upon the Assyrians and the Persians. When we went to Babylon, they held us, they touched us, judgment came upon Babylon. The Greeks touched us, judgment came upon the Greek. The last people to touch us, or really to be honest, the empire that touched us last was the Arabian Empire and this Roman Empire, which is the beast. And their days of judgment is coming. Why? Because you can't touch us. We are the apple of his eye. We are his children. We are his people. So anyone who touches us touches the apple of his eye, which means when you put your hand on us, he kills you. That is the interpretation of the script. You can't mess with his bride. You cannot enslave his children. You can't treat them bad. You can't steal their name and take their land and all that and not be drugged into judgment. You can't do it. If you do, you're in trouble. So the day of judgment is not something that Yah is trying to decide whether he wants to do it or not. That day is in stone. It's getting ready to happen. Matter of fact, it's happening now. What time is it? Oh my. No. Y'all, we gotta get some bonus time tonight. I can't cut this one off right here. No, I cannot do it. If y'all want to hang in for just a little bonus time, put a 700,000 in the chat. If y'all don't put a 700,000, then no problem. We'll start tomorrow. But if y'all want to hang in just for a little bit of bonus time, put a 700,000. Let me look, because I know. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I see 700,000 rolling through the room. I got to stay in here now. What? Y'all want to hear it so bad? I want to tell it to you so bad. So let's look at it together. Bonus time. Verse 19 of chapter 16. The judgment has already been set. It's coming, no matter what. Can't stop it. Because of that, you hear Jeremiah, and he does this often. That's why I kind of feel close to Jeremiah. He does it. He does what he's getting ready to do here. He does this a lot in his book. A lot. What is that? Once Yah shows him something, he always pleads for himself first. That's not funny to tickle me because he is quick. He is quick to tell y'all, hey, I see what you're getting ready to do. But me though, you know, what about me? Yeah, that's what he said right here. He said, yeah, I know that our people is following wickedness. I know they're following idols. I know that they still shoving swine flesh down their throat and eating sea roaches. I know it. I know. I know that they don't want to obey you or keep the commandments. I know that they still serve Baal and Ashtaroth, Christmas and Easter. I know that they say that the law has been done away with and you don't care. And I know also that you bring in the judgment. You showed it to me. He said, but but when it comes to me, talk to Jeremiah, he said, I gotta let the whole world know something new. I want to be saved. What he said, I don't want to die with them. I don't want to be destroyed with them. I don't want to go to hell with them. So let me make a declaration to the world. Oh, Yahuwah. Now watch. Even in English, you can see it. He said, my. You see, strength. And my fortress. And my refuge in the day of affliction. Did you hear it? Did you hear me? Did you hear the declaration? If you heard the declaration loud and clear, put a 750 in the chat. Let me see. 750,000. If you saw that he uses a personal pronoun, but not just any personal pronoun. Here he is using the personal pronoun of possession. It's a possessive pronoun. What is Jeremiah doing here? He's making a declaration. Ooh-wee. He's declaring to the world that even though these people and we kinfolk, but I ain't with them. No, I'm with y'all. Are you with white Jesus? No, I ain't with no white Jesus. Who you with? I'm with that copper tone Hebrew Israelite from the 4th tribe, but hair like lamb's wool. That's what I'm with. I'm with the Lion of the tribe of Yehuda. That's who I'm with. Are you with the Romans? No. Are you with the Arabians? No. Are you with the Heat? No. So are you on the side of them? No, I'm not. Are you on the side of the Afghans? No, I'm not. Are you on the side of Iran? No. Are you on the side of nope? Are you on the side of God? No. What side you on, Moray? Are you with the Russians? Nope. Are you with the Ukrainians? Nope. What about in Africa? Are you with the nope? No, ma'am. No, sir. Well, who are you with? Yahuwah. That's who I'm with. But where is he? He's sitting high and looking low. That's where he is. Why? He's a fence around me every day. I'm with him. Yes. Whose side? What side you on? I'm on his side. Well, you ain't never seen him. Yes, but blessed are they that have not seen him and yet still believe. I'm like Jeremiah on this one. Yeah, I see the beast falling, but save me. Yes, I see the world falling and failing and fleeting, but save me. Yes, I see the beast on his last leg, but save me. I know the bomb's about to fall. I know that bunkers are about to be busted. I know that buttons are going to be pushed and drones are going to be flying. And I know that there will be war and there will be rumors of war and there will be the fall and the collapse and there will be bloodshed and there will be destruction. I know all of that. But what I'm saying is, but you're mine though. I want you to be mine. You say, you're mine. I'm yours. Don't forget, hey, I'm right here. What are you? You're my strength. Some people trust in horses. Some people trust in chariots. But the Moreh has already decided, no, I think I'm just going to trust in Yahuwah. For he is my strength, my source of power. He is the one that's going to enable me to endure to the end, not this heathen. He's my strength. I can't speak for you. Some of y'all got some other thing as your strength. That's you. But Yah is my strength. What else is he? He's my fortress. He's your what? Yah is my fortress. See, why he is for me my Department of Defense. For me. He's my fence. Why? He's my fence. I want y'all to get some encouragement tonight. They keep talking about that once the bomb drop, it's over for the whole world. Yes, you heathen. But hold on. You ain't the remnant. You can't speak for me. You're not in the remnant. You can't speak for me. I'm in the remnant. Speak for your fellow heathens. Speak for those who also put their hand on the house of Israel. These beasts have this judgment coming, but it ain't for us. It's the valley of Jehoshaphat. It's the valley of decision. And people who said they wasn't getting involved, people who said we ain't putting no boots on the ground, there will not be one of our soldiers, one of our ships, one of our bombers going to no war, are all heading to the same place that I told y'all about. I told you where it was. It's in Joel. I said they're going to the valley of decision, and they're heading there right now. And you think that I'm dependent on this? Woo! We found out some things. What's that? We found out that iron domes ain't so iron. We found out shots miss. We found out that missiles fail. We found out that man's wall of protection got flaws and weaknesses that can be exploited by their fellow heathens. I was watching these beast wars, Zion, and one of the heathens was in a panic. My God, I said, poor the heathen. Boy, when the bomb hit close to him, he don't know how to act, right? We trusted in the Iron Dome, and it let us down. Oh, yes. See, that's the difference between you and me. I ain't trusting no Iron Dome. I ain't trusting nothing that is put up by man. Why, I've asked, no, hold on. Let me fix that. I have claimed, like Jeremiah, that Yah is my refuge. Y'all know what they were saying? They start talking about running out of missiles. They said we're counting and we're noticing our stockpile is getting low. We don't know how much longer we're going to be able to sustain this. And once again, I'm already in this text and I said, whoo, I'm so happy that I serve an Elohim whose stockpile of ammunition and his stockpile of defense does not diminish every time he uses it. No, y'all got a different kind of shelter than I do. You got a different kind of fortress than I do. Why, my fortress he don't have to count his pocketbook and see if he can afford some more. Like these heathens. No, He ain't calling nobody talking about, can I order a few more of these because we're running out? No. You see, he don't run out of nothing when it comes to us. I told you he operated on our behalf in overflow. Well, if you think he ran out of weapons, you better go back and look what he did to Egypt. You think he ran out of flies? He had a whole lot more flies he could have brought, but then Pharaoh said, please, stop the fly. Do you think he could run out of frogs? Well, he had about another 5, 10, 20 trillion frogs was lining up to take a nap next to Pharaoh in his bed. But there were some frogs volunteering to jump on the fire in the stove and help cook some food for the Egyptians. Talking about, well, we can go into Pharaoh's house. Said, look, all you frogs can't go, just 10,000 of y'all go in. Boy, Pharaoh said, please do something with these frogs. Y'all don't understand. He don't run out of nothing. He don't run out of nothing. He does not run out. He don't run out of flies. He don't run out of frogs. He don't run out of power. He don't run out of lightning. He does not run out of thunder. I think my girl just walked in. That's okay, come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. Hey, y'all, hold on. Hi.
Oh, he's on the video.
How you doing?
Hey.
I'm almost done. Just stay here for 1 second.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
It's so good to see you. Ain't that something? My baby just came in with my niece. I hadn't seen them in so long, my babies. And my niece, I'm so happy to see her. Ah, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. So now I'm going to have to get out the room. But look, we don't put our trust in man who got to pull out a calculator in order to determine whether or not he can finish protecting the people, adequately protect the citizens. No. When you read the text, what you're going to find that Yah is our strength, and he'll be offensive. One more thing. He says, in the text, he says, Yah is my strength, my fortress. And then he says, and my refuge. If you could clearly see that he said, my strength, my fortress, my refuge. If you can see that, put an 800,000. We're going somewhere with this last one. He said, my refuge. Well, what is that, Moreh? As the prophet preaches, he's claiming his strength represents his might, his power, his ability to withstand whatever's going on around him. Then he draws a picture of a fortress, which represents like the wall of protection. But watch this. But inside of the wall, there's refuge. What? Inside of the wall is a hiding place. Inside of the wall, inside of the fortress is a shelter. Wait a minute. And he said it's mine. That's what he said. He's trying to let the heathen know it don't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you act. It doesn't matter. He said, but for me, I'm not going to do like y'all. You all want to follow the heathen. He said, but not me. I'm going to stay with y'all. Because, first of all, he's mine. He's my strength. He's my fortress. He's my refuge in the day. Now, here's where I was going earlier. He says, in the day of affliction. So the question has to be, when is this day of affliction that he's talking about here? When is it? I realize I'm going to have to pick this up later. Woo-wee. If y'all can stay, can just pray for me that I'll be able to get back in the room tomorrow, I'm going to show you. Because this idea of the affliction is not just the affliction on us. This word for affliction is the judgment. I just don't have time. I can't do it. All my babies is here, and my little niece done surprised uncle come on by to see me, so I'm happy about that. Gotta go spend some time with them. But watch. We have already been afflicted. The punishment for the house of Israel has already been met out. I'm talking about through the slave trade. We suffered through Babylon. and we suffered through Jacob's trouble already. The next judgment is against the beast, which is the Gentile worlds that dared to put their hands on us. They will be judged for what they did to the world, to the earth, and to every nation that they colonized. You cannot colonize people and do what you did and think you're going to escape the judgment. It don't work like that. So watch. The day of affliction is what you're seeing now. When the nations get this weird, they catch a case of the can't help it. They don't even know why they're going to battle. They don't want to go and yet they're going. They don't want to fight and yet they're fighting. They don't want to blow up the world, but yet they blowing up the world. Why? Judgment. I got to get out the room. But if y'all can put a marker right here, we can get back in here tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I told you already, but I'll tell you tonight a little bit. But I'm going to get out the room. In the midst of the judgment, the heathens, the Gentiles, are going to be made to confess something. And they're going to come from the ends of the earth. Where's that? Everywhere we were. Everywhere we're preaching, they're right here with us. They can hear. Some of them are going to listen to us and compare what we're saying to what they've been taught their whole life. And they will have to confess. That's what this is in this verse. This is a confession. That's the only way they got a chance to get in the kingdom. It's a confession. And what is it? They're going to confess that they inherited lies about everything. And it's these lies that have brought the world to the brink or the edge of nuclear annihilation. And when the heathen wakes up to see that, and then they look over at us, and we're talking about script, they're going to have to confess. Our father's lies. Ooh, I want to finish this so bad. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Pray for me. I pray for you. And support the work of the ARK so that we can continue to try to make a difference and help wake up the remnant as well as the companions of the remnant before it's too late. I gotta go. If you're gonna support the ARK through tithes and offerings, how to do it is in the chat. Pray for me, I'll pray for you. And until next time, keep looking up for our redemption draws nigh. Shalom. Y'all put $1 million in here if you've been encouraged.
keep funkin' with me. I need your peace to keep funkin' with me. I need your peace to keep on.
The day of affliction is here.